Hello, Jays Nation. Welcome back to your YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll break down exactly what happened, what the Blue Jays have officially announced, how this injury could impact Toronto's playoff hopes, who could replace Yesavage if he misses time, and why the next few days could be extremely important for the organization. Before starting the video, if you are a true Blue Jays fan, then don't miss this video. And before starting the video, don't forget to subscribe our channel and like the video. What happened? Tuesday's matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Houston Astros looked like another important test for one of baseball's most promising young pitchers. Trey Yesavage took the mound with confidence. The rookie had been pitching some of his best baseball over the last several weeks. His fastball had more life. His command was improving. His confidence was growing. Everything suggested this could become another successful outing. The first two innings passed without anything unusual. Then came the bottom of the third inning. As Yesavage began throwing warm-up pitches before facing another hitter, something immediately looked wrong. Instead of looking comfortable, his left knee appeared to buckle beneath him. He instantly reacted. After throwing only one warm-up pitch, he shook his head. That moment caught everyone's attention. Manager John Schneider quickly walked toward the mound. The athletic trainer joined him. After a brief conversation, the decision had already been made. Official injury update. Shortly after Yesavage exited the game, the Toronto Blue Jays released an official statement. The team announced that Trey Yesavage left the game because of left knee discomfort. At the moment, no further diagnosis has been released. That means several important questions remain unanswered. Was it simply tightness? Did he twist the knee? Could it involve ligaments? Was it merely precautionary? Right now, nobody outside the organization knows. Teams are often cautious before announcing the results of medical examinations. The Blue Jays will almost certainly perform additional testing before determining whether Yesavage needs time on the injured list. Reporter reveals what happened. According to Blue Jays reporter Mitch Bannon of The Athletic, who was at the stadium, the sequence unfolded very quickly. Bannon reported that Yesavage threw just one practice pitch. Immediately afterward, he shook his head. That reaction alone suggested something didn't feel right. Within moments, trainers were on the field. Sometimes injuries happen during competition. Sometimes they occur while throwing. Sometimes they happen while covering first base. But seeing a pitcher leave after only a warm-up pitch is extremely unusual. That's exactly why fans immediately became concerned. Chad Dallas takes over. After Yesavage exited the game, the Blue Jays needed someone to step in immediately. Right-handed pitcher Chad Dallas was called upon. Coming into a game unexpectedly is never easy. Unlike a scheduled starter, a reliever or replacement pitcher has very little time to prepare mentally. Dallas suddenly had the responsibility of keeping Toronto competitive. Situations like this test the entire pitching staff. The bullpen must often cover extra innings. Managers are forced to adjust strategy. Every decision becomes more difficult. Chad Dallas takes over after Yesavage exited the game. The Blue Jays needed someone to step in immediately. Right-handed pitcher Chad Dallas was called upon. Coming into a game unexpectedly is never easy. Unlike a scheduled starter, a reliever or replacement pitcher has very little time to prepare mentally. Dallas suddenly had the responsibility of keeping Toronto competitive. Situations like this test the entire pitching staff. The bullpen must often cover extra innings. Managers are forced to adjust strategy. Every decision becomes more difficult. Yesavage's season so far. Despite experiencing ups and downs during the year, Trey Yesavage has quietly put together a respectable rookie campaign. He currently owns 5 wins, 5 losses, 3.65 ERA, 18 starts. Those numbers only tell part of the story. Earlier in the season, Yesavage struggled with consistency. There were games where his command disappeared. He occasionally allowed too many base runners. But over recent weeks, everything appeared to be coming together. His confidence increased. His mechanics looked smoother. He trusted his pitches. Hitters found it much harder to square him up. That recent improvement made this injury especially frustrating. A rising young star. The Blue Jays have viewed Trey Yesavage as an important part of their future. Last season, he made his major league debut. Even more impressive, he contributed during the stretch run. Many young pitchers struggle with pressure. Yesavage embraced it. He even earned opportunities during the postseason. Experiences like those help accelerate development. Toronto believed he could become a long-term fixture in its rotation. That's why protecting his health is now the organization's top priority. Why knee injuries matter for pitchers. Many fans immediately think about shoulder or elbow injuries when discussing pitchers. Those injuries receive the most attention, but knees are just as important. A pitcher generates power from the ground upward. Everything starts with the legs. The drive toward home plate begins with balance. The front leg stabilizes. The back leg creates force. If either knee isn't functioning properly, every pitch can be affected. Velocity drops. Command suffers. Mechanics change. Sometimes pitchers unknowingly compensate, placing extra stress on their shoulder or elbow. That is why teams refuse to take knee discomfort lightly. What happens next? The Blue Jays medical staff will likely perform imaging tests. Doctors will evaluate ligaments, tendons, cartilage, swelling, stability. Only after those examinations can the team determine whether Yesavage requires additional treatment or simply a few days of rest. Fans should expect another update soon. Until then, speculation remains exactly that: speculation. How this impacts the Blue Jays. If Trey Yesavage misses significant time, Toronto's rotation immediately becomes thinner. Every playoff contender depends heavily on starting pitching. Losing even one reliable starter creates a chain reaction. Bullpen usage increases. Other starters must pitch deeper into games. Minor league pitchers may receive unexpected opportunities. Fatigue becomes a concern. The Blue Jays cannot afford repeated injuries if they hope to remain competitive throughout the season. Possible rotation adjustments. If Yesavage lands on the injured list, Toronto has several possible options. They could promote another prospect. They could continue using Chad Dallas. They could alter the rotation schedule. Or they could explore additional roster moves depending on the severity of the injury. Whatever decision they make, flexibility will become essential. Fans react. Within minutes of Yesavage leaving the game, social media exploded. Blue Jays fans expressed concern. Many hoped the injury was only precautionary. Others feared a more serious diagnosis. That emotional reaction shows how quickly Yesavage has earned the respect of Toronto's fan base. Whenever a promising young player leaves unexpectedly, concern spreads throughout the baseball community. Why the timing hurts momentum matters in baseball. Confidence matters. Rhythm matters. Yesavage appeared to be entering the best stretch of his young career. His recent performances suggested he was becoming increasingly comfortable against major league hitters. Interruptions during periods of growth are never ideal. Even if the injury proves minor, missing starts can disrupt development. That makes the next medical update incredibly important. The bigger picture. The Blue Jays have invested heavily in building a competitive roster. Young pitchers like Trey Yesavage represent both the present and the future. Organizations need homegrown starters to compete consistently. Developing reliable pitching internally provides stability and long-term value. That is why Toronto will prioritize Yesavage's recovery over rushing him back onto the mound. Final thoughts. Baseball seasons are filled with unexpected moments. Some become unforgettable victories. Others become difficult setbacks. Tuesday's injury scare involving Trey Yesavage falls into the second category. Fortunately, the team has only described the issue as left knee discomfort. Until additional medical information becomes available, there's reason to remain cautiously optimistic. Blue Jays fans everywhere will now wait for the next official update. Hopefully, this turns out to be only a minor setback rather than a major injury. Because when healthy, Trey Yesavage has already shown he possesses the talent to become an important part of Toronto's rotation for many years to come. If new information becomes available, we'll bring you another complete update as soon as it's announced. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Toronto Blue Jays news, injury updates, trade rumors, and in-depth baseball analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.